All right, guys, last couple days of the Colorado giveaway. We actually are dailying it in today's video, so you guys can check it out. Drive's absolutely amazing. I'm completely in love with the truck. I'm actually going to build another one. But lsnasty.com, every $1 you spend gets you 10 entries to win. First link in the description below. You have to enter if you want to win. So go down there, pick up some merchandise, get automatically entered, and you have a chance to win our 650 horsepower turbo Colorado. All right, boys. This truck's been sitting here for a while. Put a fresh battery in it. We're about to head to TKM Performance. What are we doing today, Ant?
Dropping off a block?
2 blocks. We got to talk about a build we got going on. CJ, how was storm work?
Oh, good.
Ant, how was storm work?
Good.
If guys are interested, how should they contact you guys?
Facebook. Anthony Sparrow on Facebook.
Damn, that's rough. How do you want to contact you?
Chris Grieve Recovery at gmail.com, or hit me up on Facebook.
We'll put it up on the screen here. All right, so we have to go TKM. Come on, this is what we're doing. We're gonna try to make 2,000 horsepower on a budget using mostly used parts. So I have a block that's trash. I have rods that have 330 passes on them. I got a bunch of just like used shit. I do have a spare set of pistons for the Black Sheep, which we no longer possess that engine, the LS engine. So over here, kind of going through doing some cleaning. This is a motor I'm putting together. Here we are. We got an LSR block. This is the OG LSR block. We're going to take this up to TKM to see if they can repair it. We got the main studs there. And these are the world record setting rods that we're going to take up to TKM and just say, like, hey, look at them. They have 330 passes. I think I'm going to go with an Ohio crankshaft. They have like a billet center counterweighted crankshaft that's relatively cheap. So we're going to try to make 2,000 horsepower to the wheels on a budget, and I'm going to price out everything. So this is for you guys at home that are like, man, what should I do to make 2,000 horsepower in your LS? This is it. We're going to be sticking this motor in Hank, which does not have enough chassis, so we'll address that later. But this is my goal, is to try to make 2,000 horsepower with used junk. What do you think?
I ain't happy taking Hank apart.
What do you mean? It's going to be better.
It'll be better. It's a fun car.
It's
fun. It's a very good.
Look at this. I got used timing chain, used lifters. Boy, oh boy, we got so much used shit. All right, the main thing, the heart and soul of this build is if TKM Performance can fix this. Now, the reason I'm doing this is to let you guys know, a lot of guys...
What's wrong with it?
I chunked this whole motor. I chunked it, destroyed it, slung a rod, it cracked, it hit an oil galley. Where is the oil galley? The oil galley right there. It hit that and smashed that, so all the oil passes through there. So we're going to see if we can get them to clean it up and sleeve it. And then it it messed up some sleeves. So it definitely needs 2 sleeves at a minimum. But, and it took a gouge. Like you could see the block right here.
Oh.
So we just need to get that welded up, and we'll put a plug in this. So this is we'll go over all this at TKM. But this is the heart and soul of the project. A lot of guys build shit, and they race it really hard. It's really nice stuff. When they damage it, they get rid of it. So what you guys can do is shop around, and you can pick up their damaged junk, and with a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears, and some ingenuity, you guys can put yourself together a really nice high horsepower piece. And this is what this build series is going to show. So we're going to load this up, and we got the mains there. We got the rods there. We got the block here. We got a set of pistons up at TKM. We got to put that in a box so they don't go flying all over the truck. And I think we have enough to really get a build started. Oh boy. Ant, where are we going?
TKM.
Where are we going?
TKM.
I missed this thing. We got busy with a million other things. Now we get to enjoy. Look at this. Real shop truck vibe right now. Real shop truck vibe. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, brother.
Get everything done
Load it
today.
up with some fuel. We're good to go. What did it take? It took 7.8 gallons. We about ran out.
How many gallons?
I don't even know. We'll have to find out. Oh.
Did you try to
All right, y'all. Only a couple days left in the giveaway. It's the last week. Driving this thing in. How's it drive? Just tell the people.
Drives good.
Would you want something like this?
Yeah. I drive it. Daily drive it too.
This thing drives really good. We're just cruising in 5th gear, 170 degrees. Turbo noises, baby. Turbo noises. And it's got the Hot Rod Power Tour sticker on it, which I'm most proud of. So, are you gonna drive the 4-door Colorado on Power Tour?
Yeah.
All right. About to pull up TKM. And we're gonna stop and get some food, some snacks. What do you guys say about the Colorado? It's got manners. You don't talk his mouth full. We went up here. It's a 2-hour drive. We burned 6 gallons of fuel, so it's pretty fuel efficient.
Yeah, kind of.
What's your thought riding in it? Be honest.
It's fast.
Someone's about to get their muffin cap peeled back.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Someone's gonna hurt themselves.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't.
You
know
can
if
say
I
it. Be
could.
honest. Be honest.
Yeah, one of y'all are gonna hurt yourselves in this.
This
truck.
thing's serious. It's a lot faster than it looks. Like here, I'll do like a little pull. Like we'll come down off the hill, 4th gear. I'll wait till we get to the bottom. There. Keep my clip bar. Come on, seatbelt on. There you go. What you think, Cam?
Go ahead. It's serious.
It is so fast. It is so fast. Y'all have no idea. What's it feel like over there?
They can tell. They'll be able to tell when they fucking watch the video and the phone's like.
I'm so spoiled because I sit over here in like the race cars and shit, so it doesn't feel that fast. But like when you grab a gear, I start getting a little scared. So that's when I know it's probably kind of fast for what it is. And then like you can tell it's hauling ass because you hit a little bump and it's like digging. And you're just like, holy shit, yeah, this thing's serious. But like, so we've been driving this thing all the way up here. It's 168 degrees coolant temp. I mean, it runs great. Highway 70, 80 mile an hour. Like whoever wins this, you're coming down, toss the key, and you're hitting the road. Like you're just gonna drive it back. Like a lot of the other stuff we've given away has been like more of a race car or something where you know you got to put it on a trailer, or we get it delivered, or something like that. We deliver it to you. This thing right here, boom, hop in it, hit the road, daily driver. You want a hot rod? You want to put a rear end in it, some slicks on it, and go race it, or you just want to daily drive it, or you want to turn around and sell it. It's yours. So this thing here is very complete. The radio works. The speedo and stuff don't work, but you got this. I didn't mount this because I don't know where you want. Like maybe you don't want to mount it. Maybe you're gonna put a 7-inch dash in it. Maybe you're gonna put 6.8-inch dash. I don't know, but it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. So, but runs and drives great.
That it does.
Not today. Maybe last week, but not today. Not today. Oh, Highway Patrol. Got that CNR a couple weeks ago, but not
He's
today.
waiting to get somebody.
Not today. All right, y'all. We have made it to TKM Performance, and we got my man Kevin. How excited are you? 1 to 10.
20.
Off camera, I gave you a rundown of what we're doing, and he didn't even respond. He just looked at me. He just looked at me. So we know we're in good spirits here. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. Oh, here, hold on. Do you remember this block?
I'm pretty sure I do, yeah.
Yeah, this is when we found the limits of a steel rod.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys up here do everything from GM, LS, Hemi, Ford, street car, race car, boats, you name it. You guys build motors for them, right? We do a lot of R&D for you, wouldn't you say?
For sure.
Yeah. How did this one go?
Well, it done real good until it didn't.
We ended up going like almost 420 flat with a steel rod, and then we shortly thereafter found the limit of it. And unfortunately, a steel rod causes a lot of damage when it breaks, and it took out pretty much everything except for the crank and the front cover. So this block's been sitting in the corner of the shop. This was like a Black Sheep Stage 2 engine package before we really started any of the Black Sheep stuff, kind of before it got its name. So now TKM Performance, they offer a Black Sheep Stage 1, which is, you know, very basic stock block deal. Stage 2, which would be an aftermarket block where you guys give them the option between steel or aluminum rod, right, on the Stage 2? And then Stage 3 is your all-out race block. So we brought this thing up here for, I guess, kind of a I guess kind of a challenge.
You see that?
Yeah.
So we're in an oil galley.
Yeah. Listen, a big hammer and a copper tube, and we are back oiling.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're going to try to do is make 2,000 horsepower on 100% used parts, which Kevin doesn't recommend. What's your thought? Like, first thoughts when I say, hey, let's make 2,000 horsepower on used rods, used block,
I don't like it.
used cam, used everything.
You know, honestly, if it was mine, I might would do the same thing. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. If it was mine, you see, if one of my used rods is wore out,
Yep.
breaks,
Yep.
I'm not gonna be mad at myself.
Correct.
You know, it's just me.
Yes. I think me and you, we think along the same lines. Like, I'm going to take this rod here, which has been, this is actually one of the world's fastest hydraulic roller rod right here. This thing here has got over 330 passes on it. If this thing breaks in half, I go, oh, we'll just do it again. You know, we'll try again.
This rod will last forever. What does it say? V. Kevin Mullins. Sorry.
People haven't been asking you for your signature enough. That's what it is. This is kind of like a challenge for myself and for you, I guess. This is full disclosure. We are doing this for scientific reasons, right? We don't want people coming up here saying, hey, I got $7 and a stick of bubble gum. I want to make 2,000 horsepower. But this is kind of going to showcase, I guess, everyone's abilities, and we're going to test how long parts can last. So,
yeah, I mean, the relationship we've had, I mean, it's been great. I mean, really has over the years. So, yeah, please don't everybody call up here, man, my rods ain't got but 200 passes on them. 300.
I told everybody at the start of the video, if you want to go really fast or cheap, buy everyone else's used parts and then put them all together. But do that at your own discretion. So this thing here had a bad rod failure, and it tore up the block pretty bad. So you're the expert here. What do you see when you look at it? Obviously, like to the naked eye, I'm like, oh, it needs 2 sleeves for sure, and it crushed the oil galley. And that was the boss for the crank sensor, but we don't use that. So I don't think that's detrimental.
So looking at this, honestly, if anybody, not just you, would have brought it here, I'd have been like, okay, well, I think we can fix it. You know, honestly, it probably ain't gonna be too bad. You know, 2 sleeves, we'll have to bore them out, replace with new, do some grind and prep weld. This is one of concern, but I think I got a solution for that too. I don't think it'll be a huge deal. No, I really don't.
So block wise, I mean, this thing, we broke this block 5 years ago, and it sat in the corner of the shop.
Well, it's seasoned now.
It is. Now, do you have any concerns, right? 'Cause this is kind of in the back of my head. Like, there's some gnarly, like, wax right here. Do you, like, in a cast block situation, hairline cracks or fractures that will show itself later on down the road?
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, we'll get in here and clean up and dress up and kind of see if we see anything underneath that. But let me ask you this: are you going to run water in this?
I was planning on running water. What does that make you think?
Well, assuming now that's the only gray area that if we don't know until we get these sleeves out,
Yep.
is if we're busting into the water. If we're busting in the coolant, that's going to be a problem.
It's going dry then.
Yeah.
If you have let's just say someone comes in with a cracked sleeve or issues with the water jacket, if you fill it with concrete, does that resolve issues?
We've done it in the past. You know, hey, you know, this box cracked, you know, maybe up just a little bit. I've actually seen guys with small block Chevrolet where they went into the water jacket and whatnot, stronger clearancing, and literally, you know, quarter fill it or half fill it and run them forever.
Really? Wow. So the block, we're pretty optimistic. And grab this box for me here. We found a box of goodies that you'll probably get a good laugh at. Rod-wise, right? Those rods have 330 passes, full passes on them.
What motor was this in?
That was the Black Sheep engine.
The Black Sheep engine.
The world
TKM
record.
Performance Black Sheep engine with how many passes?
330 completed full passes on those rods. Not to mention, we made some dyno pulls. We revved it up. We drove it around here and there, showing off.
I even wiped throttle a couple times myself.
What is your thoughts on a rod? Now, a lot of people say, hey, you run in aluminum rods, change maybe 50 passes. What do you have to say to that?
It depends on the power level. That's what we always say. It depends on the power level. If you're making 1,200 horse, these things will last forever.
Yep.
Now, you making over 2,000, I wouldn't run them that far.
No.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't.
No, we were definitely like testing them. And towards the end there, we were going teens and 20s every single pass. We were ready for a rod to come out.
I mean, these things they look great.
They do look great, don't they?
mean, they really do. But, you know, we definitely don't recommend that. These are what we call consumables. Get rid of them.
Yep.
I mean, after, you know, X amount of passes. And again, I don't have a crystal ball. No rod manufacturer, no matter what manufacturer it is, has a crystal ball saying, hey, this rod's going to break if you make one more pass than we're supposed to.
Yep.
It's not that way. And also, you have another variable, what I call the shit happens variable.
Yep.
You have an injector hang. You go out there and for whatever reason, you spin the tires and you hit the rev them really hard.
You forget to change oil.
That would be a good one. You forget to change oil. You forget to put oil in the motor. I mean, I've seen it all, to be honest with you. But no, really,
All that stuff has an effect on the longevity of the rod, or really all the parts.
absolutely. Back in the day, racing my Hemi, when I was racing that thing, man, we only 2 times I broke a rod. One time was because an instance with a mag happened, and you know, caused it to fire the wrong hole and kick the rods out of it. The other time is we was racing at Darlington on a Wednesday night. The transmission broke. I hit the rev limiter really hard, and I knew that I should replace the rods. Well, we was racing at Piedmont in 2 days.
So the rod stayed in there.
Didn't have time. I'm like, I think it'll be all right. Well, I had time to fix the transmission, replace it, but I should have replaced the rods because it damn sure broke a rod.
Yep. And when you think about it, like if you're gonna buy a set of rods, I think they're what, like $1,200 to $1,500 for a set of aluminum rods.
Typical, yep.
In the big scheme, it's really not a big deal. If you're trying to run, 2,000 plus horsepower, you're going to be spending a lot more than $1,500. Yeah. I know we had an ignition failure, which caused us to lose a cylinder head. We had 4 passes on a set of rods, took them out, put a fresh set in there. It's kind of one of those things where if you're in there, might as well do it. But for the spirit of this build, we're going to use all used shit, or mainly used shit, and very cheap stuff. I figured these would be a good candidate.
No, I'm sure. I mean, they look beautiful. I mean, you never think this thing had many passes.
I should have put them in a new box and sold them.
If you said they had 10 passes on them, I would, well, they were pretty good.
You know what's funny is in that box is the bearings, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is a testament to you guys, to Schaefer's Oil, and to tuning. Those bearings have 330 passes on them. That's what 330 eighth mile passes going bottom 14s, 420s look like.
Pretty damn nice.
We got some rods.
These are the main caps for this?
Those are the main caps, and we have main studs. I have head studs somewhere. I just need to find them.
I don't think it'll be a problem. I think we put 2 sleeves in here. We'll fix your oil deal here. Put a little weld there. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
All right. Really, well, this is the official kit. Like, if Kevin came up here and said, no, we can't fix it, or it's junk, and we got to throw it in the pond, then we were just going to make this video and say, hey, we wasted 10 minutes of your day. But Kevin said we got the green light, so we're going to try. My goal is if we can go in, I don't know, what do you think? Make 2,000 horsepower throw a dollar figure out there. Just motor-wise, just motor.
40,000.
What? I think if we can do $15,000, if we can make 2,000 horsepower, now we're going to be using used parts, right? So we're going to factor in, like, you buy this block damaged off your buddy, maybe $500, get the rods for $200. So we're in 700 right now, all right?
Man, these are the black sheep.
Those are the OG rods.
Dude, them are the black sheep. I remember them.
Yeah. Guess how many passes?
288.
330, baby. 330. So this is it. We're going to drop this off here.
We're faster than 411.
412 with like a 412 with like a 6, I think it is. I think it's faster than that Coyote though.
Boom. Roasted.
No. We'll do some updates when we get it back.
So you have all the parts. Pistons.
You guys have the pistons.
Oh, that's right.
The spare. So we're gonna. I think the pistons are either like 4130 or 4135. So we'll bore it out to whatever those are. Paired with that, I got a call with Ohio Crankshaft. They have never used them before. Have you used any Ohio Crankshaft stuff?
And
Heath Trail is the only person we've used them on.
Heath Trail, one of our customers, a friend of mine. I mean, I consider him a friend, and he's run one. I mean, under harsh conditions. So.
Well, they have a center counterweighted billet crankshaft for a fairly appealing price. So we're gonna see if we can get our hands on one of those and try that out. And that will be the bottom end. So a fully skirted Weisco piston. It's just a TKM Black Sheep Stage 3 piston. A set of aluminum rods used, but they go part of the Black Sheep Stage 3. And then a billet center counterweighted crank. Seems like a pretty decent recipe for, 2,000 plus horsepower.
What turbo you gonna put on?
Twins, actually. Twin, I think, 78s.
The new Holley twins, is that what we're talking about?
No, force inductions. Force inductions, you know. What's it, big enough?
It's all right.
Yeah. We got big enough turbos, 78's enough to make 2,000. Yeah. What about on E85?
What?
Is that, like, what's the limit on E?
Well, intercool.
Oh, it's got some bullshit air-to-air intercooler on it.
Man, you can't go fast on it. Wow.
Well, I'm gonna put a belt drive on it, and we'll be able to run M1. So if we really turn it up, we'll put it on methanol. I think the compression's pretty high too, so probably be better off on methanol. But all right, guys, there you have it. This should be an exciting build series. I'm excited because this stuff that I really enjoy.
love this, don't you?
I do. I love this shit. I could build a motor with all brand new parts, and it's kind of cool. But when you put some bullshit together and you outrun someone, and you're like, "Damn, those rods are 7 years old."
We don't have to reuse these rings, right?
No.
John's got the pistons here going in it now. These we've had on the shelf. These were actually spares that you had got a long time ago that we ended up never using.
Tell them the story how you wanted to use them, but I begged and cried
Oh yeah,
because I'm so cheap.
What was the first, not the first, but second freshen up?
Yep, second freshen up.
I'm like, really got these pistons? Nah, I don't use them.
I sent them to line. Shout out to the guys at line to line. They coated the piston, and then we put it back in there. And man, I mean, that thing went right back to rock and rolling. So I had a spare set of bullets, so we're gonna throw those in there. These are fully
Nice full
skirted.
round, yep.
Look at that thing.
4 round, nice Wiseco pieces.
That's a lot of. This is pretty much our custom stuff. I mean, we do got some changes we're doing now because this is something that we done 2 years ago now.
Hell, 2 years ago, probably 3 or 4
Yeah,
years.
man.
I mean, it's been a minute.
Nice pins and buttons.
It's definitely nice parts. You know, like I said, there's a few things we would do differently if you ordered them today, but that will definitely get the job done.
Sweet. So those are our spare pistons. So they're 4-130. This block was like OG 427, so it was 4-125.
How often do you get spare parts in a race program?
I mean, we never. This is a first for us. Look what we're doing with it. I mean,
Yeah, and then when we got the spare parts, we didn't use them.
sleeves. We got the pistons. We got the rods. Got to get a crankshaft, and then I mean, bottom end
They got
wise,
the crank in stock.
I don't know. I talked to them briefly at PRI. That's where they caught my attention. You know,
Well-
the price on them is
Well, I understand. Worst case, we got a crank in stock.
yeah,
We got
steal someone else's. You know,
it. Well, we try to keep the good stuff.
keep it real budget in here. You know, just start stealing other
keeps a
people's.
lot of parts.
Yeah, we'll take the one out of Bubba's motor out on display out there.
Oh yeah. You know what? I did say the rods looked good. I'd take the rods if I needed
He
one.
did say that. He's like, you did.
That's how it would work.
But this is actually going to be a pretty nice bullet. So
It
I'm
really
excited. It's coming together great. I was very worried that Kevin was going to say no.
It's nice when you got used, like nice used junk going together.
Yeah. I mean, this is way different than some of the other
It
stuff.
really is. I mean, honestly, I don't think this is bad.
One
How
thing.
come we didn't try to fix it before?
Oh, I mean, I was like, oh, it crushed the whole galley. I took it apart and I said it
Don't
crushed.
put these in, you will have problems.
That just looks scary, does it not?
I've seen a hell of a lot worse.
The only thing I do have to find still is I have the head studs for it. So they're 1/2-inch head studs. I think they're specific for the LSR block. So
Well, you know, the LSR box now, all this webbing's
Yeah,
solid.
solid.
You know, they honestly, LSR, they've done a lot of revisions since this block.
yeah.
You hear a lot of people, talk, yay or nay about these blocks. Well, honestly, over the years, we did have a lot of good luck with them. Hell, we made 2,500 a long time ago with
Yeah.
one. Probably one just like this.
We didn't
But-
make this work for damn either.
But like this one here, though, I just jumped out on me. Man, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of upgrades.
We built this engine with you guys, honestly, 5 years ago.
5.
Yeah, Kevin didn't even know what YouTube was. I came up.
I still
We.
don't.
You become French since then?
No, it's inclusive. It's we, us.
The
you know?
team. The
Yeah,
team.
exactly.
Us.
So when the chunk's the rod, people don't just go after TKM. They go
that's
after
you.
me.
Yeah, that's
It's we all. You know.
That's the scrap. Where's the mechanics for this one?
They're in a bag. I started doing pulls. Oh yeah, here.
Where's the
Yeah,
mechanics for that one?
yeah. They're in the box in the bottom there. Yeah. So, Sammy, what do you think? We've got
these
some
go- these-
2,000 horsepower for under $15,000.
Oh, I
People do it every day.
every day.
On
Kevin,
YouTube, especially.
Kevin and John Boy are going to be hating me after everyone's calling up here. But I think it's some good stuff. I'll find the head studs, and then I just got to work on top end, cylinder head, and stuff like that. We're going to run like a internal oil pump, like a milling oil pump, double roller, timing chain, stuff like that. You guys have some head studs?
yeah.
You want to talk about them?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about them. All right, one last clip before we head out of here. I'm going to start this off. By giving you guys a present. Would you look at that?
Pretty slick right there.
I tried to get.
Now you want a big old blower out of it.
Now we're gonna have to redo it. But hey, that right there is the hydraulic roller LS.
Man.
the black sheep.
I like that.
So I mentioned a couple times I need to find the head studs. And we got to talking about head studs. You guys are working on something new here, head stud wise.
Yeah, so it's kind of the TKM exclusive right now. So we like to use the Viper stud. It's what the Vipers came with. Unfortunately, you have to buy them for a V10, so you got some extra ones laying around you probably never use. But traditionally, it's what we use in aluminum block for a half-inch conversion.
So why would you use that over just like a standard ARP half inch?
It's the way the threads is, like the engagement wise of it's a lot farther. So what the guys at ARP did, basically the stud where it necks down at on the original half-inch one, they're saying is not as strong being a half-inch all the way up because it's necked down to the barrel of the thread. So what they did is they take that same half-inch thread and they neck it down to a 7/16. So what it's going to do is it's going to help out somebody that only has a block here, doesn't want to send their heads in to get a half-inch.
So whenever you do a half inch head stud conversion, you then have
you
to
simply-
modify
yeah.
the cylinder head.
Right, like so you can slip it on.
So with that, your standard size hole in the cylinder head works great.
Will work fine. You still get the same clamping capability. They actually said this was stronger because of it doesn't have that step down.
Wow. Well, you guys are just leading edge technology here for the LS platform. Coyote program this strong with R&D?
Nah, man, you use all stock parts, man. It's good to go.
You can tell they're big Coyote guys around here. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here. We got an exciting build on the way. Shout out to TKM Performance, Kevin. Thank you, John Boy. Thank you guys as always. And when they get this knocked out, we'll do an update. I got to get to ordering some parts and getting some stuff lined out for the rest of this build. And we should have a 2,000 horsepower engine, trying to keep it under a $15,000 budget. So we'll let you guys know how it goes.